slipping away. My mind keeps drifting away. Another day, another dollar in the land of the ballers. Gangbangers and scholars and Chevrolet Impalas. Make me wanna holler how they do my life. 20 years in the game and I still ain't right. But I still fight for the name, respect of the game, even though things still don't change. We just pray that they get better. Hope that we can make it through the pain, the rain, and the bad weather. G-Lew, I'm a true go-getter. Old school G with a new vendetta. Nike Cortez, LVs on my sweater. Maniac got the track sounding better than ever. Soul of the streets, that's the sound of the cheddar. Cause we cooking like crack and we sell it to whoever. Always been a clever one who stuck to the script. 30 days out the month, I was checking for a grip. Never slip, never fall. Either bang or you ball. You can seal, you can stand your ass tall. White walls with the all gold laces.
Okay, here we go, y'all. Let me see. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Okay, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Welcome to Let's Talk About It with G-Lew with Big D. Welcome to homie Big D's here. What up, Big D? Hold up. Okay, here we go. What up, Big Diesel?
What up?
Salute, homeboy, salute. What's poppin'?
The world keeps turning.
That's right. Hey, if we got good, you don't hear any echoes or anything, do you? We're good?
I don't hear nothing.
Okay, just making sure. All right, man, we're back at it. Let's talk about it on a Monday night, our new night now. Back to Mondays with the homie Big D. Big D, tell them what's going on tonight, sir. What up to everyone in the comments?
Yeah, what up? Man? I hear an echo.
Oh, you hear an echo now?
Do I? Yeah.
Let me ask the people. Big D is echoing. Yeah, they said you are echoing. Okay, hold up 1 minute. My bad.
It's all good.
Thank you, DD. Okay, how about now?
I
know you can't tell. The people in the audience, let us know if we're good now.
What up? Yeah, I don't hear it no more.
Okay. All right.
What up, everybody, man? It's going down tonight, people, man. So make sure you guys tapping in, man. Welcome, everybody, man. Welcome, everybody, back to the Monday night. It's your co-host, Big D. And today, let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it, man.
Talk about this stuff.
You guys do me a favor, man. Today's topic is doing your part. So if it's your first time here, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and tap in. And make sure you guys share, the G-Lew show, man. Make sure you guys go tap into what he's doing. You know, he's doing big things, man. Go check out his records and everything that's taking place, because G-Lew is taking off. And if you ain't right behind him or next to him, you guys are going to be left behind. So make sure you guys participate and do your part, people. What up?
We got to do our part tonight, homie.
Got to do our part tonight, man.
What up, Nate Love? What up, Elliot Delgado? What up, Southtown SD? Shout out to our producer, DD Hairston. Whoever else is out there that I know. Drunken Chef is out there. What up, Chef? And shout out to your wife, Big D, wherever she is.
She's running errands right now, man. She is running errands, man. Wherever you are, babe, we love you. So what's up, Pops? What's going on, man? How you been, bro?
Hey, man, I'm blessed, man. You know what I mean? I'm blessed, brother. I'm no complaints.
Yeah. I'm still fighting. I'm still a little under the weather, man. You know, I caught myself in a little situation, not a situation, but you know, you try to get rid of one little flu that comes by, and then you know it follows back in another way, man. So right now I'm still a little under the weather. You know, I'm still taking some medications, making my antibiotics. So make sure you guys participate in taking care of yourself and going and getting all the antibiotics, eating all the fresh foods, meaning eat all the soups, everything that will pull you through that needs, so you could get you by to the next day. You know, it just takes day. You got to just take one day at a time, man. You know, one day at a time.
Yep, I agree.
But anyways, man, like I said, tonight we got a banger, man. So make sure you guys put on your seatbelt, man. Sit back, relax, do what you guys got to do to get comfortable as we just check in, and later on, you know, we'll check out. All right. So today's topic, man, doing your part, right? Now, you know, this topic it goes in a lot of ways, man. You know, especially it has to do with a lot of participation and so forth. And one of the things that we could all pretty sure we could recognize and understand and relate is, you know, relationships, man. Right now, I got a few subjects that I want to talk about. But let's talk about it. One is always, you know, relationships, man. Doing your part. Now, you guys know, whether, you know, it's really hard to do your part in some senses. If you guys are, you know, depending with the, you know, circumstance or whatever the task or whatever fulfillment you guys are got going during the day, it's always, you know, a challenge. I'm not going to say hard. I want to choose my words right, because, you know, the wifey's hearing, or you know what I'm saying? So like I said, relationships, doing your part, that's one that we can all relate to, right? Because relationships comes in many ways and many fashions. Whether we, you know, we have relationships at our jobs, you know, taking our kids to the, you know, the sports events and, you know, to practice and so forth. Even as far as, you know, being an MC, you know, trying to get everything together, putting a video together, putting the music together, trying to find your engineer and so forth, man. You know, it's always, you got to do your part. In life, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody understands that, hey, you know, this is the way life, that's how it works, and that's how we relate and get involved, right? And we got to work together when we do certain things. And when the other person's down, whether, you know, it's your loved one, you know, a relative or so forth, man, there's always a way of participation in relationships, right? Doing your part, participation. Now, like I said, a lot of us, you know, we go through it, and sometimes it could be, you know, a overwhelming situation, and sometimes we just flying and high and riding dirty in a good way. Now, sometimes in my sense, you know, that's where I get a lot of it. I know almost 20 plus years as I learned how to participate a lot. Look at, you see my wife, she has it in all big lettering numbers.
Do your part.
Do your part, right? Like I said, she's out there doing her thing, and I'm out here doing mine. And doing your part is it's like a good definition is working together. Okay. Now we got to, you know, working together, doing your part. We hear it all the time. Hey, babe, you got to do it. You got to do your part. You got to pick up your weight. You got to pick up the slack. And like I said, I'm just using this reference as for the first one as relationship. And a lot of times it's not easy, man, you know, because everybody has, no matter what, if you're in a relationship or not, whether you're committed or not, married or not, everybody still has their own mindset. Everybody has a different way of doing things. You know, we don't do things the same way. You could live with somebody for 20 years and you're still going to do things different. That's just the way it works, you know? And, but if you're sensitive to the other partner or your other, you know, whether, like I said, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or you guys just shacking up, living together, or you're married, you know, a lot of ways where how it's affected is when we work together and we do our part is try to taking care of the responsibilities, man. right? And what I mean by that, when people work together, man, you know, you're trying to pay the rent, you're trying to pay the mortgage, you got to put food on the table, you try to make sure you guys are doing your part as, you know, raising your kids and so forth, right? Doing your part comes in a lot of ways and a lot of fashions and a lot of movement, man. And some of us are not willing to do that, man. And I've been around people where they don't do their part, and we wonder why relationships don't last, man. You know what I'm saying? We wonder why things don't work out. We wonder why this MC and this pretty group don't exist. You know, they fall apart, right? We wonder why, you know, at work, sometimes things ain't always working out because, you know, you got another coworker that's not picking up his slack. And it's crazy. When you're out there, we'll use an example, like I said, at your job, too. If you're at work, man, you got an assignment, you got a task, and, you know, the boss is depending on both of you guys to pull a task together, right? You do your part, I'll do mine. And sometimes it doesn't work like that for whatever situation. Now, if you're not doing your part, we already know that it causes problems, right? That's just the straight up truth, man. Because, you know, you feel sometimes that you're getting taken advantage of. Not too many of us, you know, like to be taken advantage of because, you know, we feel that, hey, you know, if I'm doing my part, no matter how I came to work, not feeling good, you know, a lot of things on my mind, I'm going through this and I'm doing that, you know, and you take it to another place and then you have a slack, right? I've seen it and been through it many of times. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have, you know, and, you know, doing your part is the most thing that as a human being, you know, I think we're built to do is to help one another, right? That's why we work together. How are you going to get in a relationship if you're not going to do your part? Now, I know a lot of us are spoiled, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm spoiled a lot. I do things, you know, my wife does a little bit more than I do in some areas, and I do a lot more in some areas than I do for her. Now, the reason why I use my wife, you know, is because, hey, I always put myself up there first. You guys know that. I'm not going to tell you guys nothing without me, you know, if I haven't lived it or done it. And like I said, we could all relate to it. So doing your part, I think it's very important. And I got a definition for you guys about doing your part if you guys don't know.
Break it down first.
Let me break it down for you guys, all right?
You're just making your own stuff up.
Right,
break it down and give them a definition, homie.
Right. So the definition is the action of making part of something. See, you got to make action when doing your part in order to do something. You know, if we want something that says, you get up in the morning, right? And let's just say you want to cook breakfast, right? You're trying to set the good mood, the good vibe. You know, you want the day to go out good, man. And sometimes, you know, if we get up, and I notice a lot of times if we're participating in a relationship, you know, it makes the day go a lot easier, right? Now, like I told you guys, it's the action, you know, this, you know, taking part of doing something.
Words.
That's when it works. When we're taking action, right? When we're not doing nothing, don't expect nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it goes, man. A lot of times, you know, even in old school traditions, I always like how families were raised back in the days. You know, I was like, man, you know, a man will go to work, do his 10 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours at his job. And where's the wife at? Or sometimes the girlfriend, the baby mama.
Oh, I'm getting the dinner ready.
They're back home doing their part. They're taking care of the house, right? Taking care of the children. See, when you work together, it's a team, right? No matter what. You know, and like I said, relationships, you know, doing your part.
It's different now, though, right? Because the women got jobs. Women's are bosses now. They're doing like a lot of big things.
I was using a back in the day. I was using a back in the day acknowledge.
Right.
You know, a part like how it used to go. You know, now things are different, right? Now women are participating and pulling their own weight. You know, some more than others, right?
Yeah, some more, a lot more these days. Shout out to the ladies, man.
Shout out to the ladies, man. You know what I'm saying? And even though, you got to understand, man, women, you know, in relationships, like I said, if it don't work, it leaves a milestone and a burden. When you're not working together, you know, especially in a relationship, and like I said, we're just talking about, you know, one subject right now, you know, I'm just in a relationship status. You know, I notice a lot of times, and I'm pretty sure we've seen this, keep it real, where men don't participate in their children's upbringing, right? We call them deadbeat dads, or you know how it goes. I mean, like I said, no offense to anybody. We're not trying to offend anybody. Let's talk about it. Let's keep it real, right?
Let's talk about it.
Do your part, man. You know, because as children, you know, it takes two to make a thing go right, right? children need their mothers, children need their fathers, children need their mothers or fathers, depending how. I think 2 is better than 1, right? We always say that. I think that's the reason why, my blessed and heavenly Father, for me, made 2 different people, 2 different genders, a male, and wow, we could coexist with a female. So it's almost the same literature, the same language, the same, definition, So, I want you guys to indulge in that situation. I know you guys do. You guys know what I'm talking about. But like I said, we're going to touch up a little bit more. So we could tell you how things, just in case you guys need a little bit of brush up. You guys need a little touch up in your relationship life, because we all do. But you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, I go out and I go out to, I reach out, I reach out to family members and so forth. Now, I don't downgrade my wife or talk about my wife or so forth, because some things are supposed to be left in the house. Let's keep it real.
What do you feel about people who do that, though? A lot of people, oh, look at my mic. A lot of people, get out and, and probably had a few, and then, like you said, talking with the homies, and they just start talking about all their business. You know what I mean? Pillow talk to the homies.
Wow. Right. Well, when you go talk to your mama or your daddy, saying, what kind of participation, or what do you want them to tell you? Right. Because sometimes they're going to tell you and keep it real and tell you how it is. And then you got some that are going to compromise. So it depends what it is, man. In the end, you got to deal with your own shiznack. Okay. Right. Either way, you gotta do your part. You gotta go home anyways. You have a little missed milestone, a little altercation, or something heavy that takes place. You still gotta go back home and face reality. Now, today it seems like the world has a blind eye closed, man. Right? There's so many things that are taking place across this world right now that it seems like people, they want to participate, but they're scared.
Say that again.
There's a lot of people that want to participate, but they don't because of whatever's holding them back. It could be fear. It could be the repercussions or denial. People are trying to deny certain things and they don't want to accept. And there's people out there that don't even want to participate. You got people that don't want to do their part, man. You know who you are. And I'm not trying to pull you out and badger you. I'm just saying, hey, change your narrative. Find a new route. A lot of us have problems every single day, man.
Wow, they were talking about tortillas in the comments, man. It's gotten real subject matter. Hey, okay, go ahead. I was just clowning around.
Right. Yeah, my wife knows I have a hard time with flour tortillas.
Flour or corn, Big D?
Flour or corn, man. Right now I have a problem, but right now I'm a little steadfast, So she's participating in helping me, Big D, lose a couple pounds, because Big D wants to look good for the summer.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So, but like I said, that's a good way of thank you, babe, for participating. She'll ask. When instead of letting your emotions, man, take over on a situation, and like I said, you could get into some heated subjects, man, and some heated topics, because everybody's built different. Right. And I'm not built like the way she's built, and she's not designed the way I'm designed. We all got to understand. So that's why we take part, right? When we go to church and we do communion, right? Everybody in the body of the church, it says, hey, let's all take part in the communion. That means everybody gets together, right? And we break bread. We drink our wine. You drink the bread. But what it is that it's for a reason, right? We're always remembering the body of Christ, man, and the communion and the dedication that God did and sacrifice and for our commitments and our sins, right? A football team, right? General manager comes in, he tries to put a team together, right? He's looking for a receiver, he's looking for an offensive line, defensive line. Then you got to look for your coaches. It's all about, the ownership putting something together and making everybody put it there to form a team. And then you get a team together so we could participate, so we could be what? Winners, right? Because if you ain't winning, you're losing, And a lot of times it hurts me, even for myself, and it daunts me, man, that I see a lot of people still doing the same old shizzle from 20 years ago, man, because they don't want to participate. I see women still telling their exes, man, when are you going to pay the child support, man? You know what I'm saying? When are you going to pick up your kids? When are you going to spend a little time with them? you know, and that's what participation comes in, you know, and you gotta acknowledge that. You gotta recognize that. You know, you gotta be understanding, because let me tell you something, man, you know, a lot of people are waiting for you to participate, right? Just like us right here. You guys saw the number, man. If you guys have any thoughts, any questions, if you guys want to say something, man, I want you guys to participate and call in, dial in, and let us know how you feel. That's how we participate, right? You know, when the Dodgers are there on opening day, you know what I'm saying? They're expecting us to go and participate and root. Whatever your home team is, man, wherever you're at across this world, man, right? And it's always for a good cause, people. You know? Now, recognition, you got to recognize too. That's number 2. All right, we talked about the acknowledgement. Now, you have to recognize, man, and when it comes to participation, when doing your part, that's a big one. See, doing your part, you got to be recognized, man. When I get up in the morning, I know my wife's tired. Sometimes I don't do it perfectly, okay? But when I feel the need to participate, I'll get up and I'll wash the dishes. You know, if I didn't go to work that day, or you know, I had something out, if I could relieve some stress, you know, amongst my mate, or, you know, my children, hey, I'll participate. I'll do my part, right? Wife goes to work, you know, hey, or the weekend. Women, you know, they clean the house. The men will do the yard work. They'll do the outside work, right? It's participation, doing your part. It has to do with a lot of involvement, okay? It's about working together, right? And number 3 is commitment, right? You got to commit. You know, doing your part, you have to commit, like I just said, right? I get up, I see my wife, she worked 9 to 5. I didn't go to work that day. So not only did I recognize and I'm trying to make her day better, but now I got to commit to it, right? What can I do to make her day better? And we know women, it's not always buying you nails and doing your nails and your hair and all that stuff. You know, it could be the simple things, right? My wife is simple. You know, if I make her some breakfast or if I rub her back, you know, hey, she feels good. And that's what it's all about, man. Making yourself, you know, feeling good for others, that I know that I participated. Grandparents, right? How do grandparents participate, man? How do grandparents do our part? We take care of the kids, the grandkids. You know, we watch them, we acknowledge them, we give them love, and then we send them home. You know what I'm saying? It's a temporary thing. You know what I'm saying? In some situations, it's not. But the thing is recognizing where the fulfillment needs, where the needs to be fulfilled. Now, like I said, I don't do it all gravy. We don't do it all perfect, man. I'm not trying to mock here, put anybody down, man. I'm just saying, if you have an area where you know you could participate, get involved. You know, make the other person's life a little easier. You know, sometimes we got to sit back and acknowledge that, man, and just say, hey, you know, take a deep breath. Everybody calm down. Nobody moves. Nobody gets hurt. It's okay, you know, just think about it real quick and think what you could do, not only for others, because if you're doing for others, guess what? You're doing for yourself, right? Big D, what's the topic? See, Denise, you're not doing your part because, you know, G-Lew, we had it all out there, you know what I mean? You know, but if you want to know, I'll back you up, sister, right? Because I'm going to do my part. Today's topic is doing your part. You know what I'm saying? That's the topic, yeah, is making sure that, you know, doing your part, man. And sometimes, you know, it's like we don't want to do it. I mean, how many of us have felt there, man? If you feel that, like you don't want to participate, do your part, man. Hey, give a thumbs up, man. I ain't gonna say that's me every day. It shouldn't be like that, but that's me once in a while. I don't want to participate, man. I don't want to get involved, you know. And that's it goes to show that, you know, a lot of us still have action and work that needs to be done within our souls, man. So I want you guys to just, you know, take a little breath, man. You know. And think really how we could participate on one another. Like I said, we come out here, you know, me and G-Lew, man, he comes out, he does this thing, man. One way you can support us, like I said, hit that like button, man. You know, another way, man, share
the like button for us one time.
Yeah,
please.
Hit that like button for that one time. You know, make sure you share and let everybody know, like, hey, you know, this is what they're doing out there on Monday nights on Let's Talk About It. You know, you gotta let people know, man. We're gonna bring you something. It's a positive narrative that we're gonna bring to you guys. Now, do we do it perfectly? Like I said, no. But are we willing to do it and to participate? I'm here. You know, where you at? You know what I'm saying?
And that's the call-in number right there. You want to call in and voice your opinion, how you're doing your part, how other people should do their part. What do you think we, as a whole, can do our part better? Because it takes two, right?
It takes two to make a thing go right.
Yeah.
Now, like I said,
if you doing your part.
Yeah, if you participate like a team, to do what it is to do, then that means you're willing to do, there's milestones and people will look up to you, man. They'll say like, hey man, you know what? Hey, G-Lew's doing his thing, man. He's holding up the team right now. He's opening up the fort. Let's get in there and see how we could help him out, man. That's what real recognize real, right? Because they see that you're willing to go and put your neck out there, and people like that kind of stuff because doing your part also involves leadership. It also involves skills. It also involves like tasks that you think that people can't do that you'll do for others. You know what I'm saying? It takes a strong person, right, to participate because a lot of us, are not willing to do it. Who's willing to wake up at 2:00 in the morning and go pick up your cousin at the LA airport when he's stranded over there? When you're in a deep sleep, it's raining. You know what I'm saying? But your cousin knew that he could call on you because he could depend on you, right? Because he knows that you participate, right? So that's the way it works. People get to rely and depend on you, man. Actions, yes. Actions is everything, right? People talk about it, but they don't want to be about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Parents, I'll revert back to parents. I see parents sometimes, I'm not downplaying nobody, but a lot of times, I see fathers, they don't know how to change a pamper, man. Come on. Shout out to all you fathers that don't know how to change pampers, man. For whatever reason, man. And I hear
Hold up.
I've seen people, be selfish in certain ways where they feel that, they don't have to participate and do their part. Because, some of us in relationships in the household, they still have that old school mindset, man. Man goes to work, right? Woman stays home and does what she has to do. That's not a way of participation. Now, I know people, you guys know we're in the new millennium now, right? We're already past the 2020s. And we're not living back in those old days because the way it is, the way the world system's based right now, it's not based in the way it was 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. So this is a wake-up call for all of us, and we have to participate no matter what the situation is. Now, if you guys are driving by and you guys see a lot of areas where we could participate, right? Even if you go to the local store, the market, you see somebody that's, that's having hard times. They're right there. They have a cardboard. What does it say? Hey, can you help me? I work for food. We participate, right? And whatever they do with the money, that's based on them sometimes, because a lot of people, they have a struggle. They have addictions, right? And they don't know how to participate or get that help that they need, right? And a lot of us, we're there to participate and to help them. So basically tonight is participating and making sure that we are that prime, that stool, that step that people can step on and move forward and leap onto their next journey in their adventure. That's why, taking a part, being part of make sure you're part of something that's going to be, good for not only the community, but good for yourself. Because when we're doing our part, I know when I do mine, I feel good about myself, right? When I go to the gym, Pops, you know how it is, homie. It's hard sometimes, man, right? And they say
especially on Mondays.
Especially on Mondays, right? But say, it's funny, man. Why do they say that's the best time to go when you don't want to go? Why is that? You want to know why? Because your mindset is willing, but your body and your flesh it don't want to do it. But your mind is telling you, you got to push yourself. That's where the mind comes at. You can do it. You got to go get that money. You got to participate because guess what? Your health is on line. There's a big situation that could help. If you're not helping yourself and pushing yourself and doing your part and trying to make a difference, guess what? 10, 20 years, 15 days, tomorrow, man, something could happen. Now I'm going to bring something up, guys, okay? And I really want you guys to participate. I'm keeping it real right now. I really want you guys to participate, man. I got a friend right now. Yesterday, me and my wife, I have another friend that's gonna leave this earth pretty soon, man. And me and my wife, we participated, man. We got the call.
King Nico, what up? Go ahead, bro.
We got the call, man, early in the morning, and I was there. My wife got up, and my wife's not involved with this organization or this crew or this group or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But she was willing. My wife, she participated and she did her part. She stood by her man, right? And we went as a couple. And I was able to show some people like, hey, you know, I come not only by myself, but I come with my wife, man, you know. And always remember, people, 2 or more are better than 1. You know what I'm saying? That's just a straight out facts. And there was other prime examples of some good friends. You know, they came with their ladies too. But like I said, early in the morning, you know, my wife's willing to get up, do her part, because why? That goes to show she was willing to show supportive. You know, people are willing to support. When it comes to life or death, you know, people are looking for that participation because they want to see who's really there. Don't you notice that, people? They want to see who's really by your side, man. They want to see like, hey, you know, like who's really coming down and who's really going to be by my side when things matter the most. You know, and yesterday it mattered the most because when one person comes, you know, the streets talk, people. You guys know that. You know what I'm saying? When one person comes, they let the other person come. They call and let them know, hey, you know, it's like going to any event, man. You know, hey, guess what? You know, you have a big old family ball, right? So-and-so didn't show up, and it's understandable. But when you're there, you know, they're like, wow, you know, so-and-so showed up. You know, this person showed up. And it helps the next group and the next person, in some cases, to show that, hey, you know, that, hey, we'll be there. We could come together as one. So I just want to say that real quick, you know, just give a big shout out to a good friend of mine, Renee, man. We're praying for you. We love you, man. And I'll see you on the other side, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go with God, brother. And, you know, it's sometimes, you know, while we do our part, it could be also in some dire and tough situations, like I said. You know, everybody's looking for the real. Everybody's looking for that acknowledgement. Everybody wants that, hey, that communication, man. Everybody wants to go in and participate, right? Especially when it comes to funerals, right? We try to do everything and anything we can to make sure that family's comfort, that, you know, they send their loved one on a good note, on a positive note, right? Because when we're participating, we don't want nobody to be stressful, man. You know, stress is a mother freaker, man, these days, right? And there's hard times that are going on right now, man.
Not a mother freaker.
A mother freaker. Mother
freaker. That's okay.
That's the back of the days. If you guys remember, right? You mother freaker.
Mother freaker.
But like I said, man, you know, people right now, you know, they're showing the support. You know, there's a lot of hard times right now. Families are going through it. You know, these days, man, burying somebody, man, coming in is easy. You know what I'm saying? Coming into this world is easy, man. There's a little dial up, you know, but going out, it's a mother freaker, man, you know? You know, it costs us more money than coming in, to tell you the truth, man. And then let me tell you something, people, we're just passing through, man. We're coming in and we're going to go out one of these days. So I just wanted to share that, man, and just say, hey, man, you know, so big shout out to my brother, man. He's leaving this earth, and you guys keep the family in prayer. Right, let's do our part, man, and making sure that, hey, he's recognized and being understood, and prayers are going to his family, man. I really would appreciate that. But like I said, there's many ways of participating, people, and make sure you guys are doing your part. Now, doing your part includes working together to achieve or accomplish a task or a goal. Come on, people. Right? You got to participate, man, you know, making sure that we are accomplishing something together. I feel a lot of times when we come out here, man, we try to accomplish something, right? We got 2 men right here. You guys see it, you know, whether you're black, white, brown, Asian, whatever the situation, man, we're trying to accomplish something, man. We're doing our part, people, right? We're trying to make sure that, you know, we're trying to leave something for you guys to take during the week and make sure. That's why we're here on Monday, to make sure the rest of your week is blessed. You know, making sure you guys, you know, could go back to this video or this, you know, this episode, and you guys, hey, let me hear that again. We'll see what G-Lew and Big D are talking about. Did I miss something? Or maybe you guys ain't going to see the episode, or maybe, you know, maybe you see it tomorrow, whatever, man. You know, that's the way it works. We're trying to accomplish a goal right here, man. We're trying to achieve, you know, certain things on this platform. And on every platform, I'm pretty sure that every platform, every YouTube that comes out there trying to achieve something, man. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to those who are out there doing their thing on a positive note, not on some BS, you know what I'm saying? And you just got, you know, if it, like I said, participation, when you're doing your part, man, you're contributing, you're joining in, and you're making sure you're involved, right? Involvement, man. You know, a lot of people don't like to be involved, man. You know? Can you tell me why, Pops, or maybe you guys out there, man? Why don't people don't like to participate and be involved? Talk about the good part.
Shout out to the homie. Life is good out there. He's funny. Go ahead, bro.
Now, why don't people people don't like to get involved? Can anybody ask that? Can you guys call in, or G-Lew? I'll let you know. I'll let you take on that one, man. Why do people have a hard time participating, bro? Doing their part.
Because it's hard for people to step up. You know what I mean? Only many are called, only a few are chosen, homie. So it's hard for people to step up when it's time to step up. That separates the boys from the men, the ladies from the girls. Understand? So you just
Right.
got to be ready when you're called, and everyone needs to step up if you're a man, homie. And you know what I mean? A man is supposed to be a man. So you got
Right.
to do your part all the time, even when you don't want to.
Right.
That's part of
Right.
being a man, homie.
When
Job is
you
dangerous, but that's why you were chosen to do it.
when you
God
do
picks his
when you
hardest battles for his toughest soldiers, homie. So I'm ready all the time.
right. When you do your music and your videos, bro, do you expect people to participate and do their part, right?
Yeah, if they're supposed to be doing a part, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do my part.
Right. And when you
But
make
yeah, yeah,
when
definitely got
everybody does things together and they do their part, I
makes
mean,
it better.
not in
Teamwork
every
makes the dream work.
right, and not every occasion is going to come out right, right? Not every situation is going to be better. Like I said, man, um, we'll go back to the family, the husband and wife. When the other doesn't do the part, a lot of times, when me and my wife we have, a missed discussion or so far, my wife, I'm gonna be honest with you, she continued to do what she needs to do. I'm the slacker. I get a little bit more emotional. What up? Do you do your part when a person don't want to do their part? Do you do what do you do
What
when
do you do when the other person don't want to do
I
their
just
part?
I just answered it right now, bro. What do you do when the other person don't want to do their part? See, I'm telling you, people, man. My wife does when I'm not doing my part, she picks up the slack. She does. Because I get a little emotional sometimes, what I'm saying? There could be a bad discussion or just sometimes, just we're not seeing eye to eye.
She said it's times when you just need to sit down. Let's talk about it. So it's times when who needs to sit down? Denise, the man, or both, or who? Who needs
Right,
to sit down?
right. And she makes a valid point, but you're right. Who? I
Who?
just
Yeah,
I
who?
just say in my relationship, my wife continue to do what she does, right? That's just straight up, right? I
Right,
I, I get a little bit more emotional. I'm a little upset. I
right,
have a
right.
little I had a little anguish. I don't want to grow up at that minute or that second. I want to be a little baby boy. Dog, you know what I'm saying? But then
Jody.
again, hey, I'm keeping it real, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. But then again, I when you're doing your part, my wife still
Oh, she said
demonstrates
whoever's doing the most needs to sit down. That could be anyone at any time, right? Whoever's
right,
doing the most,
right,
but no one knows when they're doing the most.
right. And like I said, and some of us get drained by that, man. Right? Look at all these single women, man, that are out there that are raising their kids. You don't think they get tired, but do they use that as an excuse? Hell no. They got a kid to support. They got a child to take care of, man. And that's what I'm saying. Women are a prime example, of doing that extra. But you women, you guys gotta do your part and control your emotions too at the same time.
Right,
You know what
right,
I'm
right.
saying? Because the next man who did you dirty doesn't mean the man you're with right now is like that, but you guys treat a man like that. You see, you guys treat your last man while he's trying to do his part, fill it in, spend time with the baby that's not his, paying the bills, doing that. And some women, have a hard time. They'll treat them like like their exes, while he's just trying to do their part, man. And it happens, like I said, it's a tough task when somebody's put in a situation where they have to raise a child because the other person, for whatever reason, not every story is bad in a situation where like you could have your husband in the military and God forbid he gets killed in the army. It's a reality at war, and now you got to raise your child or your children by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your part no matter what. Doing your part, people, life, you guys to keep going. It's transitioning. No matter what, the task and the dedication, the vow and the oath has to be fulfilled no matter what. Right? My wife could get in a car accident tomorrow, God forbid, and she's gone from this earth. I still got to raise my daughter. I still got to do my part no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I still got to be there for my daughter and do what my wife will want me to do and participate, make sure that my daughter's life until the day I go is being validated and okay, man. And sometimes, we get in that situation because of emotional situation. A lot of times it's hard for us to participate because the way we were raised, right? There's a lot of times where grandma you guys know I grew up without a dad. My mom was never there, so my grandparents raised me, right? But guess what? My grandparents had other tasks too. They had their own children. I was just the grandchild. You know what I'm saying? The second priority became the main priority, right? And my grandfather and grandmother participated and made sure that they raised me to their best ability. They did because they knew that there was a need that was involved because somebody validated died. Their life was taken from them, so they were sensitive to my mother, but my mother wasn't sensitive to herself. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a little scenario, people. Like I said, you guys know my testimony, and I'm just trying to make prime examples where they count. And it's and it's hard for sometimes to realize that. Sometimes as far as one is concerned from one's point of view or another, you still got to be doing your life and moving on and making sure that you participate, you take your part and participate on making yourself valuable and honorable to go out there to the world. Like I said, we don't do it perfectly, man. There's anybody who walks this earth perfect except Jesus Christ, if you guys believe in that. I do, because it talks about the struggle, man. Sometimes, we call upon God, man. I do a lot of times. Lord, I can't do this. Lord, I can't do that, And God will send somebody most of the time, right? When we're looking for help or when we're looking for some participation, we're looking for somebody to step in, right? That's what it is. Do your part, And when you can't do it, you call upon that person that could be there for you, that could voice for you, that will go over there and take some of that relief or that strain or, whatever temptation even is, man, right? What about a booty call, man? This guy diverse, right? When we out there, man, and we don't have a true commitment, man, we always have that one or two people out there, right? We can participate, right? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, this is the G-Lew show. Let's talk about it, man. We go in all kinds of direction, people. You know what I'm saying? And we call that number, man. And we went out to the party that night, or went out to that club or that bar, and we couldn't get a hit. So we always call it that old okey doke person, right? Hey, man, do you accept me right now? Do you understand me? And you want to go out there and do your thing, you know what I mean? But now it's crazy because there's many ways how men and women, could, I don't know where I'm going with this one, but we'll go with it anyways. They know how to, a lot of times, it's crazy because people, they indulge and it satisfies themselves, right? But for us that, that like participation from other people, like me, the old school way, it's crazy how it takes two to make a thing go right, right? We heard that before. It ain't nothing new, people, right? If you want something done, then you better go get the gun. Huh? You know what I'm saying? If you want to get, something to, if you want to participate in some way, you always got to call that old one. That's why marriage is important.
Check.
That's why I don't have to worry about that booty call or anything else, right? I could tell, me and my wife, we'll send some vibes towards each other. You know how it is, people, right? We'll send a little romance, a little music, we're feeling there, a little touching, a little feather. And next thing you know, you're just making miracles at night, man, or during the day or in the morning or whatever, love making goes. It doesn't have a time or a place, man. It could be anywhere. But it does involve, people to participations, man. Doing your part, man, is participating. Let's just understand that, people. And that's one thing, that I just want to leave for now. That's what I'm saying, man. That's the crazy part. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Pops.
He said, do people still do booty calls? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Let me see. Temporary satisfaction. Yeah.
Temporary satisfaction it is. But a lot of people are willing to fill that part of that little temporary void. That's okay. What it's a small void. It's something that most people, unless you're a nun, it's part of life, man. And yes, we could self-soothe, we could relieve and get our satisfaction, even with ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's still fun when other people are participating, man. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to take two baths
and a shower. Oh my God.
Now we're talking about sex, man. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Participation. You You guys don't mind, right? Do you guys have your 18 and over? You guys 18 and over out there, man? Let me hit that thumbs up if you guys are 18 and over. Because if you're not, you know what I'm saying? You guys gotta go close your ears. Yeah, there's other ways, man. There's right now we're talking about intimacy, right? Like I said, some of us want to be, hit that what button. You know what I'm saying? What? Because a lot of us a lot of us are charismatic, or how do you say that word? Charismatic, you know what I'm saying?
Charismatic, that's the new one.
Yeah, charismatic, we want to get out there, man. You guys gotta keep it real, man,
Let's
a part
talk
of
about
life, man, is being a part of one another, right? And being with one another, man, finding that relationship, finding that woman or that man or that man or that woman, so that you guys don't grow up and a lot of us don't want to be alone. A lot of us, are drawn to other people's their attraction by the way they look, what they do, or however it is, whether their style, their smile, it could be anything, man, right? And we look for that certain, that certain person to be part of the life, or part of our lives, man, So the ones that we could carry the bags, or we could hold their bags, I'm a man, so I don't know how it is what a woman wants in a man, to tell you the truth. Besides, I kind of do, but then again, I kind of don't. All I know is that if I'm participating with my wife wants, she's a happy woman, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like always, like I said, it's all about love, man. But that's an important thing in relationships, man. Doing your part. Nobody wants a man that just sleeps there, does nothing, that don't work, and the same thing for vice versa. No man wants a gold digger. You got all the money, you're working hard, man. You're busting yours, man, and you go out and they just want to be with you just because you have money. That's doing your part, really. I mean, I could find anybody to do that, man, if I was multi-millionaire, But I found myself a righteous one, man. One that's gonna love me through my ins and outs. One that's gonna accept me and that loves me and that's gonna be there for me, be down for me.
What up, man? Sleepy? Right.
What up, Sleeps? One that's what we trying to find in life, man. Somebody's gonna be down for you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you make a commitment. That's why you get married. That's why you do your part through sickness and health, rich or poor. That's just the way it goes, man. And if you're not doing your part, guess what happens? There's a big D word, right? And it's not the big D word. It's called divorce when you're married.
Oh,
that's the big word right there. You know what I'm saying? So for my advice for you men that are out there, man, make sure you guys are participating. Make sure you guys are doing your part. Make sure you guys are helping. Like I said, I do not do it perfectly. And neither does my wife, okay? But what we try to do is we work together. Doing your part to me is working together, baby, right? If I'm pretty sure Pops could come out here, man. You're doing your album out there, people. You're trying to do it together. That's what you're trying to do, man. You're trying to show, do your album. You're trying to make things work together, because you want to get it popping, man. You want to bring something out that people haven't heard, man. You got a talent. You got something. You got a style that people, can, coexist with, and that's why they're bringing it out there.
Right.
And that's what it's for. You get a group together and you make it happen. You get in a relationship, man. You find yourself a woman or a man, you make it happen. You know what I'm saying? You guys raise some kids, you guys have some kids, you guys work together, make it happen. Doing your part is working together, man. Let me tell you.
That part.
You got to work together, right? Doing your part, man. I go to work, man. Like I said, if I'm a boss, I expect my people to work together. I expect them to do their part. They got a task to do. I wanted to do it diligently, professionally. I wanted to do with the minimum hiccups that I can, right? Raising my kid, I want to do the less problems that I can, right? And that's what I'm saying. When you're doing your part, it makes it easier when the other person doing your part. Because if you're not, you're just you're burning out the other person. And a lot of people, in life, they get burned out, man. How many people do you guys know that are burned out, man? Especially from relationships, from their job, from their careers. Like, they don't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes lives could be stressful, man. Why? Because you're not doing your part, man. What's up, everybody? Hey, I do my part. Tell my girl what to do, and she does it. Doing your part, nah. What a pedo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The women ain't like they used to be, homie. You know what I'm saying? You must have you're probably in an old relationship, Sleep. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but shout out to you, dog. You know what I mean? Make it happen, dog.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? And anything else after that, dog, is a big salute, bro. You know what I'm saying? But love dance, don't blow the budget. Yeah, man, that's another thing, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that goes both
Oh my
ways.
God.
I could go hang out, man, and blow a budget, man. And that's not doing it. If I come home and my wife finds out that bank is empty, homie. Oh man, I'm watching, dog. I'm watching. Keep it real, man. Keep it real.
Oh man.
So there's many fashions, people,
Oh,
man. There's many ways of doing your part, like I said, man. You know,
Oh.
and I haven't heard one thing. I mean, I'll take that back. You know, even in bad situations, you could put something together, man. You know, people plot things to do. Man, people are here to corrupt, bro.
Right.
You know, you guys know that, man.
Still
you know?
kill and destroy it.
Yeah. There's people that are out here that are plotting, that are working together to make sure to make your life miserable, man. Or, you know what I mean? They have a lot of jealousy and envy. Now, like I told you guys, things are always amount to change up. You know, you got to be ready to acknowledge. See, when you're doing your part, you're ready to. You could be able to acknowledge that. You know what I mean? You're ready for those people who are negative and those that are there to tear you down. But when you're doing your part, you're in preparation. You're ready. You're ready for anything that, you know, like Pop said earlier, man. You got to be down and ready for anything. You know what I mean? Because in this world, man, anything can take place and transition the next minute to the next, man. And that's real talk right there. You know, and if you're not participating, see, when you participate, you alleviate the pain or the stress of things happening. So when things happen, you're ready for it. You know why? Because what up, house? Because I got this side of the corner of the block covered, and my wife got the other side of that block covered, man. So that's what I'm saying. See, being in preparation, man, and doing your part, man, it's also a way of preparation, man. You know, a team I could say we go back to a team, man, you know. They're preparing every day, man. They go out there and do their drills every single day. A musician will go out there and throw his lyrics or every day. I mean, you know, a drummer will go out there and it's called, you know what it's called? Practice. Right, people? You know, participation is another practice. You know, practice what you preach, man. You know what I'm saying? Practice what you say. Practice what you do, right? And that's how people roll these days, man. You got to be practicing, man. And, you know, at home, Kobe Bryant was practicing every day, even after the game was over, telling Jerry West, what can I do to make myself better? What can I do? He will be there 4 hours early, 4 hours later. Practicing, man. What do they say, Pops? Practice makes
makes perfect.
That's it, right? And that's doing your part. And those are some main demonstrations of doing things, man. It's like even a couple, bro. A lot of times, you know, I understand, man, how babies are made. It just happens, man. Right? But we shouldn't be doing that. In my situation, if I would have knew now from what I know, if I would have knew then what I know now, I think I would have did something a little different instead of things just happening. A lot of us, we wait till things just
Of
happen.
course, because we're young though. We're young. Not thinking.
Right, we're not thinking. Right, so we just let it happen. Hey, you know, we do our part. We make love. A baby happens. Right, but if I had it my way, I think I would have did my part, or practice a little bit more, and build a better foundation and provide better resources. So we would not to be in a tough situation. Just things could have been not easier. It just would have been more reasonable. And a lot of people do that. Shout out to you people that, you know, that have your careers and you guys know what you're going forth and so forth, man, who are doing it or done it already. You know, you guys are the ones that are ahead of the game and be a milestone, while the other ones we're learning still. We're trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is, man, you know? But I wish I could have done a lot of things different. But like I said, you know, the testimony that we come from, especially me and my wife, it was a little bit more challenging than that. We didn't really know how to do really taking part in this and taking part in that, you know, until we started getting involved in the church and ministry, and then our child was born, and then we started learning how to, you know what I mean, work together. See, when you're participating, doing your part, you're working together, right? Me and Pops right now, we're working together, man. We on here, this show right here on the G-Lew show, making sure we could deliver some knowledge that, you know, that we could provide through our life experiences, man. And we're willing to hear for you guys to share your stories to make us go round and round, man. That's the way it is. I'll meet you in the other side of the block. You know what I'm saying? Don't be, wait for me. I'll get there. And a lot of times we see that, man. We go to 7-Eleven, man. We see somebody there. They know they're it's cold as freak in the morning. The other day I went to the store early in the morning, and then we see people homeless there, and I'm like, damn, how can I do my damn part? And sometimes it's crazy about doing your part because you're limited.
Yeah.
You can't do everything you wanted to do, man. Whether you're a musician, a drummer, not everybody's makes it that moment or that day. You got to keep doing it, man. You look at G-Lew, man, every day, man. I think he's one of the best rap artists, or one that should be out there doing his thing, but it takes time. Right now, it's not his time, but he's going to do his part, right, Pops?
Yeah, I'm going to do my part regardless. Thank you, bro.
You're going to do your thing. Can you elaborate a little bit how maybe that has been, maybe how have you grown, and when it comes to your music and when it comes to rapping and so forth, what do you take from it? Where do you want to go? Or how do you feel, participating? Because I know it takes, first it takes you by getting up and just having that mindset, bro.
Yeah, I mean, over the years it's grown, and now it's more as like therapy and like it's something I love to do. So now that I've mastered the art of knowing how to do it and do it myself, where I don't need, that's why I'm all self-sufficient. What I mean? Self everything, got my own studio, learn how to record and do everything, mix, master, distribute, and put the product out. I kind of stay in my own lane, and I'm cool with that. So I'm of course I'm not trying to be no superstar. I just want my music heard, and the people that need to hear it will hear it. That's all I worry about. Other than that, I let God do the rest on me. I'm not worried about any stardom or none of that. I'm already a star, bro. So I just do my thing because I love to do it, bro. Really, truthfully.
Right. And what about those people that are out there that just have that, they don't have that patience, man, that they would just, and there's even people that I trip out on, the people, they don't even want to do their part. They want that part handed to them.
handed to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some people, because some people are workers and some people are bosses, and some people just want to stay workers, understand? But you hear the story so many times, people, you want to get it yourself and work for yourself. If something is handed to you, it could always be taken away from you. You know what I mean? You want something you can have for yourself. You know what I mean? Do you want to go to the water and drink, or you want to learn what they say? What's that saying, bro? I don't know, but you want to learn how to make something for yourself. You don't want anything handed for you. You want to work for it yourself. You know what I mean? You don't want it fronted to you. Right. So learn to be your own boss, and in whichever way that is. It's different ways to be bosses. It's different parts. Everyone, excuse me, needs to play. Everyone can't be a rapper. Everyone can't be this or that. But it's other places in between those. Even in entertainment, if you work for a rapper, it's 50 different jobs they do. You can be the manager. You know what I mean? The promoter. You know what I mean? It's a lot of different things. You can stylist, whatever. It's a lot of things you can do. So it's a way you can be bosses in many different ways than one. You know what I mean? You don't always have to be the star or the one in the forefront either.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could be behind the scenes. It takes teamwork to make the dream work. A car takes a whole engine. It don't run just on good looks. You know what I mean? So everybody has a part to play, and when we learn to play the part and help each other more, we can grow and do this shit. Do it better than we're doing, because everyone is selfish. Don't want to see the next person, or they're scared the next person gonna do better than them. God made everyone separately and individually in his own way, and everyone is great.
Right.
In their own way. So don't be afraid to be yourself and stand out on your own. That
part right there, yeah. So it seems another thing that I see that we were saying, I picked up is involvement.
Yeah.
Right. Involve yourself. If you're really there for that person, get involved, right? If you're really about that community, get involved with the community, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. If you really want to make a difference on the streets or in your relationship, be involved, right? Commit yourself. Be tuned in. Know the other purpose. Know the other purpose. Know the purpose. Know the person's weakness and their strengths. All this stuff. It dials into doing your part, right? Because if you're not doing your part, then you're not involved, right? Involvement, right? Would you say that?
Facts.
And that's one thing that I pick up, man. And being involved, sometimes though we could, sometimes we stick our nose where it don't belong, though, sometimes, right? People get involved for the wrong reasons too, man, right? They participated for the wrong reasons.
I like that, DD. Right.
People sometimes I find out, like, man, if you being a sports ain't gonna work out for you, man. You have to have a backup person. If you find out you ain't gonna be an engineer, get yourself another profession. I'm not saying like if you're not gonna be a cop, I'm saying doesn't mean that that you don't have to stop participating and helping your community, right? Because just there's a lot of people. Hey, I'm not going to be a police officer. I can't make it for whatever. I'm colorblind. Doesn't mean that you don't. He can't. It doesn't mean that you still cannot stop helping your community. You could be a big brother. There's other ways to get involved. There's other ways you can participate. There's other ways that you could do your part, right? It's just like, hey, you could be a foster parent. There's many people that don't have, that can't have children, right? But you could adopt somebody. Doing your part for the community. There's many ways where we could get involved and help, the next generation or even the elderly, going to, an old person's home, man, playing bingo with them, I'm saying? Just brighten up somebody's day, go check on somebody. There's many ways where we could do our part, people. I'm saying? And I have myself, like I said, many times I go out there and I try to be an advocate, right? I try to go to my friends, the neighborhood, and I let them know that I'm doing good, and that's one way how you participate. Let the other people that you're around, man, let them know that you're doing good. Not in a sarcastic way, but let them know that, hey, I bring the good news. How can I participate? How can I help out? We seen a good demonstration when there was that big old earthquake in Syria, right? We still have people with the best technology from the United States. We had certain groups that went out there, I say like 15 to 20 men that went out there, and they were looking for bodies, man, right? They were willing to participate. And that goes good deeds, man. You see, when you're willing to go out there and sacrifice and do for others and doing your part, that's how you do your part, people. When you're out there, you're not always going to be like Pops just said. You're not always going to be a rapper, a football star, and this and that's why things take place in the house. People recognize real. Real recognize real. The way you do is what you're doing and conducting yourself, and how you're taking care of yourself and your participation. Because everybody's always looking, man. While he don't do his part. Yeah, I always like
always everyone talking about what someone else is not doing. You got to start with yourself. If you're not doing it yourself, you can't say what someone else is not doing if you're not doing it yourself. And 9 times out of 10, we're probably not in one way or the other. So I'm just saying that to say, don't be so quick to judge another person. And if someone's not doing what they're doing, even like at your job, how people be such and such ain't pulling this part. Everyone getting mad. Okay.
Right.
Whenever everything will reveal itself eventually, you know what I mean? So sometimes you ain't got to sweat it. If someone ain't pulling their part, it's going to show. You know what I mean? Right. It's going to show up. So don't sweat it.
Right.
And start with you. Start doing the best you can with yourself. You know what I mean? Do something yourself, that you feel is a good deed throughout the day. Just start with one thing. You know what I mean? And just remind yourself, let me do this right here. So start with yourself. And then we'll all be better because everyone is doing their part. Guess what? Everyone's doing their part.
Man, wouldn't that be a better world, man, if everybody was just doing their part, man? Right, chat. Wouldn't it be awesome, man, if everybody was just doing their part, man? From your household to your job to whatever you're involved with, man. But we know we don't live in a perfect world, and that's why Pop said it perfect. You got to do you. You got to do your part. You can't worry about the next person, because let me tell you something. That next person, if he's not doing his job, that you still got to do yours. You know what I'm saying? You still whether you like it or not. Like I said, that's what I say about women, man. It's crazy, right? A lot of relationships, man. They'll come in a relationship. Let's do our part. We go together. We create a baby, and a lot of times, even back in the days, the men will walk out. Women still got to do their part, man. And even the single dads, man. The women walks out. You still got to do your part. The baby still has to be fed. The diaper still got to be changed. You still got to go out there and work and support it. Now, if you're in that situation and you go to work, you're gonna let the next man, because you're gonna be focused on the man that's not doing his part at work. No, I still got to support my child. So I don't care what he's doing. Stop paying attention to the other person and what they're doing or what they're not doing. You know what I'm saying? That's where people get caught up at. That means your attention, your focus is somewhere else, man. But people it's a distraction, yes. But when it comes to responsibilities, there can be no excuses, people. You're going to have to do your part, whether you like it or whether you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because bills have to be paid. You still got to eat to survive, man. Unless you're going to be one of those persons that's going to complain and drop a dime on that individual, you know, and just be one of those sour pussies out there, you're just as bad as the person that's not participating, man. Let me tell you, because you guys heard it before, man. 2 wrongs, it just doesn't make a right, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, you know what I mean? Participation is tough, man. You know, participation that you're doing more than the other person is. Participating is just you're more involved than what you shouldn't be. But that's all about characteristics too, right? That goes to show how your character is, man. You know, that goes to show that, hey, you know, this is what, you know, hey, well, he's just as bad as me. Guess what? The supervisor comes, you're both fired. Don't give a freak, man. You know, it's all about making money. They have an agenda, man. You know, when you go to work, it's about doing the right thing. If you both parents are being bad and neglecting their children, child services is going to come and they're going to take that, you know, the child's gone. You know, there's always a resolution to something and everything that's out there, man. You know, let me tell you something. You're doing something wrong, or you're not doing something that you're supposed to be doing. It's gonna be brought up, and it might be dealt with too. You know, especially in the streets, man. You know, I'll tell you that I'll keep it real on that. On the streets, man. You know, when you participate and do your part, you're actually depending on your other half, right? You're assigned. Pops is assigned to a certain task. I'm assigned to a certain task, right? And we're not working together, man. It could be our both lives that could be accountable, man. You know why? Because we're not both paying attention. We're both slacking. We're both lacking. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, the hierarchy is going to come down. And guess what? Not just get rid of one. Sometimes you get rid of both of you guys. That's just the way it is. When you're not participating and doing your job, man, you could be responsible for your other half, right? It doesn't, God forbid, if I ever, or me, whether it's anybody in life, man, if I get paralyzed or my wife or something, I still got to pick up the slack. I still got to take care of my wife, you know, whether she can't walk or she's paralyzed from the neck down, I still got to love her no matter what. You know, that's participation, because like I said, that's why, you know, marriages are discluded and they don't bring up what, you know what I mean, the real topic and the subject of marriage is, right? That's why you say your vows, you know, through good, through bad, through rich, through poor, through sick, through health, right? You're going to have to participate no matter what. It's not like, hey, well, you know, my wife had a stroke and she's paralyzed from the neck down, I'm done. It don't work like that. It could, but that goes to show you what kind of person you are, right? You guys could be rich in one day, you know, you and your husband, you guys are rolling, both you guys lose your job. And, you know, people are committing suicide because of that, man, because they've never been poor or they don't know how to deal with hardship. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how it is to go to the Dollar Tree, or they don't know how it is to budget or whatever, because, you know what I'm saying? Their whole thing of participation is I work and I make money. Well, nothing's guaranteed, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's guaranteed, man.
That's a fact.
Slap at your feet at one time. You know what I'm saying? You know, we can't be like Dorothy and tap your heels. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't be waking up. I wish I was home. I wish I was home. Because if that was the case, man, this be a perfect world, man. But guess what, people? We already know the world ain't perfect, man. What does House say, baby? I was discriminated against because I used to dress G'd up in my uniform, but when it came time to fight for my job and position, I came out on top. No discrimination. The pen was mightier than the sword, man. Wow. Shout out to nothing, man. You know, that's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? It's things like that, man. Those are like testimonies that we could strive and learn from, people. You know, that's why I read the Bible, you know, straight up, man, because it talks to me every time, man, especially when, you know, that's why I do my part, like, because I don't want to read my Bible when I'm going through bad times, man, right? We know that old saying, people, right? When it's going good, I don't need you. But when things start hitting the fan, I need all of you. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that, man. You know, those are bad choices and bad decision makings, man. You know, you should be doing at your level at all times, man. You should be doing your part at all times, man. You know it's crazy, man, when a man comes into a relationship, sometimes after the woman has, you know, she's been in a relationship and they're divorced or so forth, a man comes in and he commits to a relationship that his child is not his, right? You know, that's not my child. And it's funny because a lot of times, you know, men have a problem with that, or women, you know, they'll get married, go into a relationship. Hey, these are not my sons, you know, my food. But if you're not, that's not the case, and that's not the situation, right? The standards are is like, hey, if you're going to be married to me, you're going to be married to my kids too, you know? Do your part and I'll do mine. I ain't telling you to be their mother. I'm not telling you to provide for them. All I'm saying, if they need something or they need somehow, acknowledge them. You know, address the situation. You know, when you see me going through tough times, man, make the matters better. You know, let's devote to that criteria that's going to benefit me and you, because if we're both doing our part, we're both going to benefit. People don't see it like that, man. Sometimes I don't. I'll argue with my wife, or I'll tell her this, or I'll tell her that. I don't see the benefit if instead of just putting that BS aside and just say, hey, you know what, babe? Hey, let me just, you're right, babe. And then you're making it work. Sometimes there's a lot of humble pie that when you're participating, man. You know, sometimes you know what's crazy, man? A lot of us, we want to participate in so many things. But man, it's like somebody like say, hey, I want to give back to the homeless, man. I want to do this, donations and money is good, man. But when you're down there, over there, let's just say Skid Row, and you're handing out stuff and you're really recognizing the real and trying to help somebody and encountering people who are suffering and going through pain and misery and so forth, and then you are doing your part. You go to Boys and Girls Club, and you try to be a big brother or a big sister, to those in the next generation. Then you're taking time. Then you're doing your part because you're trying to alleviate the pain and the stress that the new generation, these young people, or the people who are suffering out there, or a family member that is going through something, whether it's a cancer disease, or they have no money, or they're just emotionally depressed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to do your part. It's all about doing your part is for people. I mean, what else? I ain't doing my part for the pot stove. You know what I mean? I ain't doing my part for the refrigerator. Besides trying to fill it up. You know what I'm saying? But even that, dog. You know what I mean? I got to go to work to make that happen.
Right.
So you got to do work behind it.
Right.
You're doing your part. You got to do work behind it, people, man. Because if you ain't doing your job, you ain't doing your part, man. So there's many ways that we could go all night on this conversation, man. And we could go all night. And like I said, man, if you guys feel free, man, make sure to put that number up again, Pops, if you would, please, for that one time. You know what I'm saying? You guys call in, man, participate. We love to hear your side of the stories, man, because, it's not just us right here. It's you that is out there too as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're waiting for the next people in the next 30 seconds to call in, dial in, and tap into your boys, man, for that one time. It's just Monday. I know you guys are tired, but how do you guys participate? Are you guys willing to participate? How do you guys do your part? What do you guys do to make it better, man? You know what I'm saying? Hit that number right there, 213-444-6764 for that one time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm gonna have to bury another young friend, man. To tell you the truth, man. And like I said, doing my part is making sure that I participate and go out there and show the love. But before that, I gotta make sure that my wife's straight, that my household's straight, my daughter's straight. Because a lot of times I see people. This is crazy. This is another subject I want to bring up. It's crazy. I just thought about it. Why are we always trying to help somebody else when we can't help ourselves? Why we want to participate and doing our part for other people that won't do the part for you? That's that. Why do we put ourselves there? My wife always tells me, wow, you're always doing this for this person or for that group or for them or that, but you don't do this for me. You don't do this in my household. It's just like, you don't get no benefit. And sometimes I try to tell her and I try to justify it. It's my character, but it's our other halves, our good peoples and friends or family members to look out for us for too, right? If you guys are really rocking with us, are really feeling me, or doing your thing, man, you guys will look out for me. You guys will just let me know. I know Denise Castillo. Shout out to Denise Castillo. She looks out for me. She already proved it. I know House is a brother. I know all you guys. All you guys.
We got a caller.
Hit it for that one time.
Hold up. Caller, hello. Hold on. I can't hear. Hold on.
Say hello.
Hold on, caller.
My daughter is in a blended relationship. The families come together to see 9 grandkids. Get along together is a blessing. Amen to that one, House. And Denise, if you can't do for others, you won't reap his blessings. Amen to that one. Life is good. Sleeping at the feet always led to a 69er. Denise Castillo, one word, God. That's it. House and Vatos, package deal, carnal. That's a laugh. DD. Hey, that's just the way it is. Call back, people. Call back.
I don't know why we can't hear that. Hey, call right back, caller, please, because we can't hear you on the live. Please call right back. All right. Excuse me. I don't know what happened right there.
Okay, so we can still keep talking and just discussing. There's two other quick things we could talk about, right? And this has to involve everybody in this country, to tell you the truth, man. If you guys have been listening to, some of us who have been listening to the news and everything else, man, you guys know it's getting a little hectic out there, right? And what do you guys think about these balloons and everything that's flying over the United States and so forth, man, right? We see that our government, it seems like, they have one story that changes to another story and so forth, right? And all we want is when we participate, we want nothing but the truth, man. We don't want no foul stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and then another thing is just like, then they're saying they're shooting down things, unidentified objects and so forth. I mean, it's just like, man. So I feel sometimes, man, that this government is just misleading, information that's supposed to be validated and truthful to us people, right? Because we are the people of this country. And it's just crazy, right? Because it's just like, I feel like our government's not really doing that part, man, and telling us the truth, man. If anything, they're trying to take away from us instead of participating and telling us the truth. Now you got UFOs that are out there, are flying objects, they're saying that, this country is shooting down objects, but they don't want to testify to what it is and so forth. I mean, come on. I mean, is the government really are doing their part? Are people really, are those people that are in hierarchy, really telling the truth, man? Are they bending the rules and making their information for their benefit?
Right.
Because, it's just like, it seems like things are just transitioning, getting a little crazier and transpiring. And one thing that us people that we don't want nothing holding back for us is the truth, man. But sometimes, you guys seen that movie, some of us can't handle the truth, man. Is that the reason why the government lies to us? Or they think they can lie to us? So they participate in just swingling things, telling us that goes through one ear, not the other? Somebody's calling in.
Nah, hold up. I gotta switch something up. Go ahead, bro.
Switch it. Making some chile verde tomorrow morning. That's right. Let's talk about that, man. Who's gonna participate in that, baby? You know what I'm saying? I've been making, but anyways, man, how do you guys feel about that, man? I feel that our government should participate a little bit more in telling the truth. That's another thing I wanted to talk about, because these last couple of weeks have been crazy, and I've seen some of our leaderships. Even our vice president will be saying that, hey, have you guys seen the balloons flying by? Balloons. These ain't no balloons, Miss Vice President. These are real things that are flying across, and they're validating and taking information, from our privacy, and I feel that, we should have the right to be protected at all times. That's what we pay our local taxes to we put leadership up there, so they could participate and do their part and do their job. When you're doing your part, you got to do your job, people. That's some straight up stuff, right? That's what the whole task is all about, man. Well, what am I participating in? Well, doing a job. I'll do mine, do yours, right? So, it's pretty crazy, to see these people flying and doing their thing, and just the misconception, and just think that it's not important to come out and just tell the people the truth, man, and trying to, we all wonder we have a mind and a brain that wonders all the time, man. We're always looking for answers. That's why we do our part, man, so we could give the answer, right? We tell the answer, like, hey, man, I'll do my part in telling the truth, nothing but the truth, so help that butt, I guess, But let me know what you guys think about that, man. If you think the government's working for you or it's working against you, man, because, I always thought the government was working against me, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't hear you. Can't hear you. You're on mute. I can't. If you guys can hear Pops, give a thumbs up. If you can't, thumbs down. Maybe he's on a call. Are you on a call? House of Tattoo said they're all liars, man.
Okay, here we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right, my boy, we got you.
I can't hear him.
Okay. Are you with the UFO guys? Are you with the UFOs?
I can hear you, but we can't hear him.
I can hear you. Can you hear him, Big D?
No.
You can't hear him, Big D?
No, we can't hear him.
I thought you could hear him a minute ago. Hold on, let me see. I don't know what's going on here, bro. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. We got disconnected.
Hear me.
Okay, there we go. Can you hear him, Big D?
Yeah.
Could you
Okay, there we go. There we go. We got you, bro.
All right. Yeah, I just want to get in the conversation real quick, and
All right, who is this? Who is this first? Identify yourself if you can, please.
Right.
I'm a late alien calling from Fort Tesla. Nah, just kidding. I'm
That's
Daniel
West
calling from Santa Cruz, bro.
Okay,
This
what
Danny.
up? Sounded like West Coast graffiti. What up, Danny?
Yeah. So I've been seeing some weird stuff from a long time ago, and I've been questioning these weird objects.
Right.
And some light,
I'll be right back.
bright.
Right.
That I see all the, you know what I mean? But I believe, this is what I believe, and I'm getting something really stupid, bro. I believe that it's, they're probably experimenting with satellites and for a different technology. And that's what I believe is going on, bro. It's a satellite, and they're working with China, and they're just experimenting, and they're not telling us, but they're telling us something just so we won't trip out on it or be like all concerned about it. But I think they're working with China for better technology, and that's what I believe in. I don't know if you guys heard that. Could you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
I don't know if you guys heard that Google is gonna get a competition. It's called Chat something, but it's gonna be Google's competition.
It's
And
gonna
I
be kind
believe
of hard.
we already have.
I thought Yahoo was like that.
But Yahoo's like played out. Google's, yeah, Yahoo's still popping. He said he thought about Yahoo. Yahoo's still out, right?
Yeah, no, but Google.
I have a Yahoo account. Yeah, that's still out.
There's a new one, Chat, that's barely gonna come out,
Right.
and it's gonna get competition. But my belief is that it's like
I don't think anyone can give Google competition. They run everything. Go ahead.
I believe it's a satellite, bro, and they're working with China, and they're just working with it, but they're telling us it's a balloon. What do you guys think of what I'm saying, bro? Does it make sense?
I don't know. B, go ahead on that one.
It kind of does, and it kind of doesn't. Just the fact that I get it. There's always going to be competition with other organizations, right? You got Home Depot, you got Lowe's, right? You got Ralph's Market, and you got Stater Brothers. You know, you got Walmart, you got Target. There's always more. There's always more than one. So I kind of do believe in that. But as far as United States working with China, you know, that's kind of hard for me to believe, because you got two powerhouses right now that are trying to fight for the stage. You know what I'm saying? And they're willing to do everything, whether they're trying old school tactics, right? They don't want to be scanned or recognized or seen on radar, so they brought up the old balloons. But they forgot that there's a little bit of metal involved, and the United States has technology where they're able to subsidize and say, like, hey, you can't get through this place without us seeing you. So we seen you. The United States has the technology. I think China's just trying to get one over us to see how far they could go as far as being a deception, and see how far they could get away with information. Everything's about information. See, I don't think, you know, when
AOL is making a comeback.
Yeah, you know, AOL is making a comeback. There ain't nothing wrong with that, right? You know.
Go ahead, bro.
But like I said, there's these two. You know, it's like all these. You got these Axis countries. They're doing their part. They're working together, bro. You know what I mean? You got to understand that all these countries that are Axis countries, that are countries of communism and just running with an iron fist, you know, they're going to do everything they can to do their subject, their scenario. You know, they want to have their way of doing things. And then all these other countries who are validated for freedom and are trying to just make sure that the governments of other countries, the freedom is like the main thing. So they say, right? Oh, democracy. You know how they say democracy. So you're always going to have an advocate, and then you're always going to have somebody that's going to be there for, you know, the people and so forth. So I think right now it's more of a competition and information that these countries are trying to get. You know, that's where I think.
Yeah, I have it right here. Let me read it to you real quick. So
yeah,
Google launches Google launches Chat GPT, so it's called Chat GPT.
So how is it going to be their
Rival-
competition if they launched it? They own it.
Right.
Well, listen, Chat GPT rival Bard for Google, so it's called Chat GPT. So you know how we Google everything, bro? Like if I want to Google Home Depot, if I want to Google Tupac, if I want to Google anything, now there's going to be a second one, not just Google, now it's going to be Chat GPT. You know what I mean? And I believe that we have satellites up there just to get our signal, and I believe this is a satellite for this new Chat GPT.
If you don't mind me asking, what is it special that this chat is going to do that Google did? Like, is it something? Because you're saying
Hold up real quick. Hold up. I thought
different than Google did.
Hold up real quick. I thought it was something like TikTok, right? I thought TikTok was like.
Real quick. Let me answer that real quick, bro. What it's gonna do? You know how kids nowadays, bro, if they're taking a math test, they could cheat and they could Google it.
Right.
Well, this is gonna be more for like when you're doing a math equation or when you're doing something to do with science. You're gonna go into Chat GPT and it's gonna give you the answer when you're taking a test. That's what's different about Google.
Wow.
Well, you know what's crazy? They have something like that already.
Wow.
Yeah, they have something like that. I used to know a website for my math class used to give me all the answers. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, wow.
I'll keep it real, people. I'll keep it real. You know, big D struggles in this one ABC.
Back in the day, though, this must have been later on. When was this?
This was like in I forgot the name of that thing was. You know, I still got to take 2 math classes to be honest with you.
Some classes will say read like not too long ago.
You know, it wasn't no more than 10 years.
For those kids, they have that though. The kids have so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what the caller's saying, I could see them advancing. You know, anything could be advanced. You know, like I said, we went from AOL to Yahoo to now to Google, and anything that's going to advance, so these companies could get recognized. You could follow them, be distributed by them because they get all the revenues and they get all the, you know, they get paid. You know, anybody would like to take away from what we're doing and participate in our own country, right? And here we go, the word participate. You know, you know, if we participate in them, you know what I'm saying, and that's where China has us at, man. You know, it's just like they got the accounts, we're paying for their accounts. But see, there's something that it's like they say like about TikTok. You know, they say through if you're synced into them or you buy them or you go into their app and you make an account, then they get to say, it goes back to say like, hey, you know what I mean, that they could see and hear and everything that we do. So it's just like, you know, go ahead, bro.
I think they can already. They make these products. Yeah. Dude. I don't know. And
then we have the smart TV, which they could hear us already.
Everything is smart now.
Yeah. Let's just say, for example, me and a homie are talking right now, and we're talking about a Pioneer system. All of a sudden, on YouTube, you're gonna see a Pioneer system appear. You know what I mean? The algorithm. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're already hearing us, and I believe that I don't know if you got, because I spent like a day on TikTok, the whole day on TikTok one day, and I've been into things that I think were a little bit ahead of our time. Like there were some little semis for food, so you could sell food, and you would only be able to buy them in China, and they were marketing them on TikTok. And there was a lot of things on TikTok that I found that were really, really educational. Instead of just these kids dancing and all this, it was really educational, and they were ahead of our time. You know what I mean? And I do believe that if you're really smart, bro, you could do a lot of things. Like they say that there's people that sell our data. I don't know if you guys ever heard about that.
Yeah, I heard something about that too. Yeah, you know what I mean? That they're always, because everything's run with signals and data.
They sell your organs when you die now, don't they? I'm sure they're selling data. I'm sure that's no problem. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah. They're selling data. Or I don't know if you guys ever heard of these people that make fun of these people that have Obama phones.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is my belief, bro. This is just me thinking outside the box. Now, Obama phones, I believe that they give them away so that people could use more data. People could go more into Google and YouTube And the more people are using Google or YouTube, the more money they're making, the more revenue they're making. You know what I mean? So these stores are free, but they're free to make money back. You know what I mean?
Not only I feel that they may want to make their money back, but they want sensible information. They want validated information. And I think, that's why
That never sat well with me, those bomber phones. They're just giving away phones. That was like weird to me. You know what I mean?
It's the same way they were giving away money, right? Remember through the pandemic? And guess what? Now you got to pay it back. You know what I'm saying? You know, so,
let's talk about that one. When the pandemic kicked, bro, they had people staying at home. People couldn't travel. People were just staying at home. So what did that do for Google and YouTube or Twitter
or
Facebook?
Went through the roof.
More people going up.
Stocks went through the roof.
So people were getting more rich. You know what I mean?
Right.
What did we discover? What did we discover? We discovered Zoom. I didn't know about Zoom. I learned about Zoom through the pandemic.
The pandemic changed the game in so many ways, man. So many ways. Even to what we're doing right now. That's really through the pandemic. You know, stuff was around, but when the pandemic hit, all this stuff came to light and took different turns and angles, and now we're here doing what we're doing now. Pandemic changed the game, homie.
Yeah. But see, for what reason? See, they were doing that
for the good and bad, and a lot of bad. With all this good comes a lot of bad. With all the good is gonna come 10 times more bad. That's just how this works.
In other words, they had an agenda. They have an agenda, right? And they're gonna do their part.
Yeah, all that was set up to set the next phase in motion, or whatever we got going on right now. That set it up right there. All of that, from even the vaccines and all that, to even this day, we don't know what that was about. But you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? All of that set things in motion, brother.
People, and going back to that real quick, people participated in that. They did their part, right? They said that, in order to get, rid of this coronavirus, you had to do that.
That's the elder people. They scared elder people to death. My mom was scared to death. You know what I mean? So,
heck yeah, bro. In some sense it was, thank God I was on my prayers and my knees doing my thing, but in some sense they did their part, they put the fear in them.
If you're at home all day, especially elders, like I see my mom do it. If you're at home all day, especially when the pandemic, all you did was watch the news, and the news literally scared you with all this stuff they were showing with the not the lab, but with the what I mean, with the thing going on. So
Right.
Yeah, they literally forced people to get vaccines, and you don't know what was what to this day, if you really needed it or if you didn't or what, but some people felt they had to do it. Some people were forced to do it in so many ways, you know what I mean? So it's a lot deeper, but I'll say all that to say that set things in motion. So yes, it's always an agenda. It's always a plan.
They had a motive. They had a motive.
They're always 20 steps ahead of what we're in regular life doing, what we do, dealing with everyday life. They're 20 steps.
But see, what's crazy is that they knew that a lot of people were going to do their part on their narrative, right? You guys got to get vaccinated because of that, and people did their part. A lot of people freaking took the vaccine because, like you said, they built propaganda and they built that fear. And they didn't have knowledge. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no. I mean, I didn't get it because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It was something that just came up, and it's not even been tested. Okay, now if this has been tested like 10 years in a row, then it would have been cool, but it wasn't. So it made it a lot harder for me to adapt and to take it. But a lot of people did it because they had an agenda.
Yes.
Yeah, and how many people quit their jobs? How many people retired? How many cops? How many fire people quit their jobs? And how many people were like at their 57, 58, and they said, "Hey, the hell with this! I'm just gonna retire." How many people were scared to take the shot? You know what I mean? And then at the same time, TikTok came into play. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with TikTok, but let's say, for example, you have a clown. You want to be a clown. And you go into TikTok and you convert your face into a clown. You don't think all that is like static or some kind of like energy, and maybe the vaccine would help you so you don't get sick through TikTok too? Because that's when TikTok came out. Or look at all these people that get tumors in their head when we're using the phone, and you're the phone on time, and all of a sudden people have tumors on their brain. That's why I got you guys on YouTube right now. You know what I mean? Because somebody told me about that. And somebody that I know died of having tumors on his head, maybe because he was on the phone for so long. You know what I mean?
Right. And it's kind of even sketchy, man, because, you know, they could, like I said, they could read your signals and they could do all that. Like, even right now as we're talking, man, me and Pasco, you know, they could be sizing us up, as they would say, you know, and getting our information, our data, and pretty much get whatever they want by, you know, using this resource right here, because it does have
YouTube. Yes, I'm sure they get a lot of whatever information they want or need. They get it here because this is the number one source. This is taking over whatever we call entertain. You know what I mean? YouTube is everyone's news now, just like social media, more than your regular 6 o'clock news on channel 7 or channel 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To me, you guys already know how I feel. It's that third eye. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. You know, so yeah, man. Like I said, if they wanted to do something, they've done it already. You know, they oh my God, you know,
what up, Monica? Oh, what up?
House right now. You know,
what up, Monica?
Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it.
Have you been doing your part, Monica?
Yes. I still gotta do more right now.
Okay, let's talk about it. While we out here treating each other, they're out there planning something for us. Because we thugs and we're living in this crazy world instead of collabing together, coming to a conclusion. But as our blacks and everybody else in this box, we gotta stick together like rice and beans. And see you guys later, alligator. I'm out.
Shout out to them. I don't even know who the homie was, but shout out to you, bro, for calling in, man.
Yeah, it's always good.
I don't even know who that was, Big D, to tell you the truth. I forgot his name, homie. But shout out to you. Thanks for calling in, man. You did your part tonight. You know what I mean? Yeah. He was all over the place, but he made me start thinking. You know what I mean? So shout out to you, bro.
He participated.
There you go.
He did his part. He did his part tonight, man, and we need that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, the more people that we get together and do their part, the more information it provides too, man. You get people doing their part, we could provide more information. And right. he just brought some information like, whoa, some things I knew and some things that I didn't know. And that's what's good about, you know, certain topics and certain situations we come together, man. So shout out to the homie.
My name is D-Man from White Village Pee Wee Locals, Westside Whittier.
You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, people. Do your thing, man. But yeah, man, you know, I had a good time, man. If there's any more you want to say, Pops, let them have it, man. We could keep going.
Hey, man, I'm good. I don't know. I'm good, bro. It was all you tonight, man. You had the floor, man. So you let me know if there's anything else. Like, I just love being here and participating, getting the feedback. Hopefully anybody else want to call in.
Yeah. Okay, come on.
You got a couple more minutes if you want to call in. There's the number right there.
Baby, she wants to say something. The wife, she wants to participate.
Okay.
Just he has to participate with me. So sorry, guys.
Oh. Okay.
Well, we're not talking about that. We're not talking.
No.
We're talking
I'm gonna make some food right now. So.
Okay.
He's good.
Okay. All right.
We're just
playing. Wow. Okay.
Check this out, people, man. We got a few minutes, man. Make sure you want to tap into that one time, baby. You know what I'm saying?
One time.
Tap into that one time, man. But hey, I like what he said, man. There's some good things that, like I said, man. There's a lot of things that are transpiring right now and taking place, man. So, you know, we got to recognize what's really going on, because a lot of our privacy has been displayed, you know, and it's through these little resources and stuff like this, man. The third eye. You want to know what the third eye is? They can see that right there. You know, it ain't no Illuminati. See, 1, 2, 3. That's
yeah,
just...
and then on top of that, you know, a lot of our time is spent on regardless, just go outside and look at, probably out of 100 people, look what 80 of them are doing as they're walking or whatever they're doing. They're looking at their phone, my boy.
It's probably more than that.
That's what I say. I just gave it a rough figure.
It's at like a high 90.
Yeah, high 90. I said 80, just trying to, you know, but you're right. Probably a high 90.
It's probably a high 90, man, and it's just like
sometimes you got to tell people, hey, look up, they're about to bump into you. You know what I mean? Seriously.
Hey, man, it causes accidents. It has validated. It has good information, and it also has information that shouldn't even be on there, man. You know, but that's doing your part, man. And that's how much time you spend on your phone. That's a reflection on you. Yeah, there's business that needs to be done and construction and has to be dealt with. But I mean, I see a lot of relationships, man. They spend more time on their phone, bro.
That's destroying a lot of relationships. That's why I say that stuff is good and bad, because it's a lot of distraction, man, on that social media stuff, you know, IG and all that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of distraction on there.
But whose fault is it really?
That's personal. You know what I mean? Because I don't care how many distractions, you got to be able to block out those distractions. Shouldn't get in the way of your actions. You know what I mean? The distractions should not get in the way of your actions, man, or ladies, whoever.
Yeah.
You know
well, let me tell you a little something, man. I'll be honest. I remember when Facebook came out, my wife was a little bit tapped out into it. I never had a Facebook account, bro. You know, because it's a reconnection of old people, old friends. It brought a lot of good. You know, people you reconnected. You know, but then, at first. But then there's some people that are just dialed in. They're tuned in, bro.
Right.
I'm saying they are tuned in, and like you're right, bro. I seen families, you know, torn apart. You know, it's crazy when you go up there and you could tell, you know, a boyfriend or a girlfriend or husband or wife, like, man, you spend more time on your social media than with me. And that's been a hot topic for the last 10 years since it came out, bro. You know what I mean? And they're going to keep bringing certain things like that, man, to change. And they don't care, bro. It went from Space Mine, or what was it? What was it?
Dang it. MySpace.
It went from MySpace then to Facebook.
Went to another one after yeah.
And that provides a lot of information, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, let me tell you something, people, man. Whoever's making these kind of electronics or stuff for, they're doing their part. They're really doing their part, man. And it's not for just to keep cooling the gang. No, it's not. It's to get your information now. They found a way where they, you know, if they could distract you, they could take anything they want, man. That's why you got hackers out there, bro. You know what I mean? You got hackers now. That's how much, you know, like you said, you got the good, the bad, and the ugly, man, you know, because, you know, depending how much you're using it, if you leave your account open, this is acceptable to your accounts, you know, and people are doing their part because people need money. They're hustling. They're doing their thing. They don't care what you're doing, what you say, man.
A lot of scamming going on these social media sites. A lot of scamming.
A lot of scamming. And like I said, if you're not doing your part and minimizing or balancing your life, then you're going to get gaffled for it, man, big time.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. And so, you know, make sure, like I said, man, you got your young ones out there, man. Make sure they're spending that quality time, that outside time, that time to interact, you know, socialize with outside appearances and with yourself, man. I still see people when they go to restaurants, man. They got the little book right there, the little tablet, and they're just, you know, their tablets being the mother and the father to them at the same time. So it's just like, you know, I see a lot of adults on it, and it's just crazy. It's a little bit more than pictures. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, I use this for pictures." You know, I use it, man, but it's like, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro.
It's deep, deeper than Atlantis. Yeah. So, man, doing your part, everyone. Just make sure tonight you took something from this. Do your part. That's why I say, man, before we blame others, before we point the finger, before we pass judgment, do your part. It starts with you. Before you can blame anyone or point at anyone, you have to look at what are you doing.
That's right.
Sometimes that's hard to do. Sometimes it's hard to look at yourself and see, what am I doing? Accepting criticism. You know what I mean? Sometimes we need that. You know, if it's coming from the right place, though. You know what I mean? So learn to accept some criticism. Learn to accept when someone is trying to help you and maybe saying some things you don't like. But if it's going to help you and you know in your heart is helping you, accept that. You know what I mean? You know how to differentiate the two, though. Sometimes it's just haters trying to knock you down, right? But if it's coming from a real place and a pure heart, accept it.
That's right. Could have said it any better, man. Wow. That's a good ending note, man. But like I said, people, man, we're going to end it just the way we started it, with a good note, just like Pop said, man. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back on Monday night, you know. So let's, you know, continue to do your part, people. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that notification, man. Make sure you guys sharing it with everybody else on this side of the block. We're sending nothing but positivity and, you know, gatherings, man. So we're looking forward to you next week, man. God bless you guys, man. Prayers and uplifting, man, and we'll talk to you next week. So let's talk about it. If you got